I always believed the most dangerous battles happened overseas. I was wrong. Some wars start at home. Some enemies aren't armed soldiers, they're neighbors. Or worse. HOA Karens with power complexes. My wife, Maya, was 8 months pregnant with our daughter. She was strong, beautiful, and stubborn enough to challenge fate itself. Our home, our sanctuary, was the place she planned to raise our child. Paint colors chosen. Nursery decorated. Baby clothes folded neatly in drawers. Everything was ready. Until Karen decided she didn't like our life. And she nearly ended it. She thought she was untouchable. She thought HOA rules were weapons. She thought I was just some quiet man who didn't fight back. She had no idea. I wasn't just a quiet man. I was a Navy SEAL. And when she set my wife on fire, I didn't just fight back. I brought war to the HOA. HOA meetings were always annoying. But the day it all began, it turned explosive. I walked into the clubhouse to find Karen, with her short blonde bob and oversized sunglasses, slamming paperwork on the table like a courtroom judge. Her shrill voice stabbed the air. "We have another violation from the Hale family." I raised a brow. "Which violation this time?" Karen smirked. Your pregnant wife, left a garden bucket outside." Unsightly. Maya looked down at her swollen belly. "You do realize I can't bend down right now, right?" "That's not my problem," Karen snapped. "HOA standards must be maintained." Neighbors whispered. Someone muttered, "She's going too far." Karen glared. "Who said that?" I felt Maya squeeze my arm. "James," she whispered, "don't start anything." "I'm not," I said calmly. "But she is." Karen leaned forward, pointing a long, acrylic-nailed finger at Maya. "If you're too irresponsible to follow rules, maybe you shouldn't be a mother." I saw Maya's face drain. Her hand went protectively to her stomach. My blood turned into molten steel. I stood so fast my chair scraped across the floor. "You ever talk about my wife or my child again," I said, voice low, "and you'll regret it." Karen scoffed. "Is that a threat?" "No," I replied. "A promise." Her smile vanished. Her eyes darkened. And that was the spark. The moment she decided to destroy us. Over the next 2 weeks, the attacks began. Anonymous complaints. Fines appearing on our door. Notes with unfit parents written in red. Harassment. Threats. One night, Maya found our mailbox smashed with a crowbar. And someone with terrible handwriting had left a message. "Move or lose everything." I knew the handwriting. Karen's. But until I caught her, it wouldn't matter. "I don't feel safe," Maya whispered one night, curled against me. "What if she does something worse?" "She won't," I said. I regret those words now. Because I was wrong. Terribly, fatally wrong. It was a Saturday morning. A peaceful one. I left early to pick up paint for the nursery. Maya stayed home to rest, wearing her soft pink robe, her belly round and glowing. She kissed me at the door. "Don't buy the pastel purple this time," she laughed. "I swear it looked lavender," I said. "You're colorblind, James." "I'm not colorblind." "James." Fine, I surrendered. Her smile was the last moment of peace I saw that day. I drove off. 10 minutes later, my phone rang. And my world shattered. It was our neighbor, screaming into her phone. "James! Your house, it's on fire." Maya she's still inside." My heart slammed to a stop. The paint cans dropped from my hands. I sped home like a demon unleashed. Smoke churned into the sky like a tornado. Flames devoured my porch. The heat was so intense it blistered my skin from 10 feet away. Neighbors gathered, horrified. And there, beside the burning house, stood Karen. Smirking. holding a lighter. I didn't need evidence. I knew. She did this. She tried to kill my wife and my unborn daughter. I roared her name so loudly the crowd jumped. Karen! She turned, startled. For the first time, I saw fear flicker in her eyes. This wasn't. I charged toward her. Two neighbors grabbed me. James, no. Your wife is inside. Inside. My pregnant wife. In a burning house. Screaming. I tore free from the men holding me and sprinted into the flames. The heat clawed at my skin. Smoke filled my lungs. Debris fell around me. But nothing was stopping me. Maya! I screamed. James, her faint voice replied. I found her collapsed near the hallway, smoke swirling around her. Her robe was burnt. Her hair singed. Her skin blistered. But she was alive. Barely. I lifted her into my arms. Stay awake, Maya. Look at me. She coughed. James, the baby. We're getting out. I barreled through the burning living room, shielding her with my own body, letting my shirt ignite to protect her belly. Neighbors helped pull her from my arms as I collapsed in the yard, coughing up black smoke. Maya was unconscious. Her pulse weak. Her breathing shallow. Her skin red, peeling. She looked like she had fought hell itself and lost. Paramedics rushed her to the ambulance. And as they closed the doors, the medic shouted, "She's critical, we need to move." I fell to my knees. My hands shook uncontrollably. Then I saw Karen. Trying to sneak away. I stood. Every part of me shaking with fury. "You did this," I growled. Karen spun around, eyes wild. "It was an accident." Accident. She shouldn't have been home. "You tried to kill my family." "You can't prove anything," she hissed. I stepped close, voice low and deadly. "I'm a Navy SEAL." She went pale. What does that?" "It means I know how to track. How to find truth. How to make sure justice is served." Karen tried to run. But neighbors held her back. One yelled. She lit the fire. I saw her. Another shouted. She poured gasoline. Another. She threatened them for weeks. Karen screamed. "Let me go. I did this for the HOA. They were destroying property values." My fists clenched. The police arrived seconds later. They tackled her to the ground. And as they read her rights, she shrieked. "You're all going to regret this. I am the HOA." But she wasn't. Not anymore. Not ever again. Maya lay in a bed wrapped in bandages, connected to machines that beeped quietly. Her hair was gone on one side. Her face was burned. Her arms swollen. But she was breathing. Barely. Doctors approached me with grim faces. "She has severe burns," one said. "Smoke inhalation damaged her lungs. We're trying to stabilize the baby. Will she survive?" I whispered. "We don't know." Those words shattered me. I sat beside her bed, holding her unburned hand gently. "Maya, please, don't leave me." Her eyes fluttered open slightly. James, the baby." "She's okay," I lied. "She's strong. Like you." A tear slipped down her cheek. "Don't let her win." My jaw tightened. "I won't." "I love you," she whispered. Her eyelids fell. Machines beeped faster. Nurses rushed in. They brought Karen to the station in handcuffs. Her hair was frizzed, her mascara smeared, her blouse stained with sweat. She no longer looked like a smug HOA tyrant. I stepped back, helpless. And then something inside me snapped. This wasn't just assault. This wasn't just arson. This was attempted murder. Of 2 lives. And Karen thought she'd walk away? No. Not when I was involved. My commander used to say, there are 2 versions of every man, the one the world knows. And the one the world prays never wakes up. That second version of me, the one I buried after retiring, stood up in that hospital hallway. Cold. Silent. Focused. Karen thought this was over. It wasn't. It was beginning. I didn't want revenge. I wanted justice. Real justice. Seal justice. The fire investigators arrived at my home before the embers cooled. Flashing lights illuminated the blackened structure. Yellow tape sealed the area. Cameras snapped photos of charred wood, melted siding, and dark scorch patterns, evidence of a deliberate act. I stood silently in the yard, watching with ice-cold focus. A detective approached me. "Mr. Hale, we've confirmed accelerant use." I nodded. "And witnesses?" "We have 2 neighbors and a plumber across the street. All saw Karen near the property with a gas can." "And the lighter?" He held up a plastic evidence bag. "The flame source was found near the gate with her fingerprints." I felt nothing. No satisfaction. No relief. Just a hollow stillness. "She tried to kill my wife," I said. "And my unborn child. We're treating this as attempted double homicide." "Good," I replied. "She deserves worse." The detective studied me. "You're a Navy SEAL, right?" "Retired." He nodded slowly. "Well, I've seen what SEALs do when they want justice. Don't make us arrest you too." I locked eyes with him. "I'm not here for revenge. I'm here for truth." He exhaled in relief. But inside me? Rage burned hotter than the fire Karen set. She looked like a criminal. They placed her in an interrogation room. I watched through the one-way mirror as Detective Abrams entered. Karen crossed her arms, trying to regain control. "I want a lawyer," she announced. "You'll get one," Abrams said calmly. "But first, we need to discuss." "I didn't do anything wrong," she shrieked. "That woman was a hazard. Her garden tools, her storage bins, her tacky decorations, all violations. If she can't follow rules, she has to pay the price." Abrams leaned forward. "Pay the price? You tried to kill a pregnant woman." "I was protecting the neighborhood." Karen spat. She was lowering property values. Abrams slammed his hand on the table. Karen jumped. "You nearly killed a mother and an unborn baby over a bucket." Karen didn't flinch. She brought it on herself. A chill ran through the room. Even the detective recoiled. This wasn't just HOA obsession. This was deranged. Karen wasn't defending her actions. She believed she was righteous. 3 weeks later, the courtroom was packed. Reporters lined the aisles. Cameras pointed at the defendant's chair where Karen sat, trembling in an ill-fitting blazer. The judge entered. Everyone rose. Maya was present, barely healed, wrapped in soft bandages. Our unborn daughter had survived, but barely. Doctors said the stress and smoke damage nearly caused premature labor. I held Maya's hand, supporting her as she sat. The prosecutor began. "Ladies and gentlemen, this case is not about a simple HOA dispute. It is about the attempted murder of a pregnant woman committed by someone who abused her position of community authority." He revealed photos of Karen stalking our home. Gasoline residue samples. Fingerprints on the lighter. Multiple witness testimonies. HOA complaints and threats. Audio recordings where Karen screamed, "I'll make you regret living here." Maya squeezed my hand tighter. Then the footage played. Our Ring camera had captured a glimpse of Karen's silhouette pouring liquid on the porch. The fire ignited. She walked away without looking back. The courtroom gasped. Karen buried her face in her hands. Her lawyer stood. Your Honor, my client suffers from delusional disorder brought on by. Karen suddenly exploded. I don't suffer from anything. They did. They broke the rules. They deserved. Be quiet, her attorney whispered harshly. But Karen kept screaming. I was the HOA president. I decide who gets to live here. Me. Gasps filled the courtroom. Even the judge lost his composure. Ms. Gallagher, he said sternly, you will remain silent or be removed. Karen trembled. But the damage was done. Everyone knew. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This was evil. Cold, calculated evil. The jury returned after only 2 hours. Guilty. On every count. Attempted murder of a pregnant woman. Attempted murder of an unborn child. Arson. Stalking. Premeditated assault. Karen fainted when the judge read. Life in prison without the possibility of parole. As deputies dragged her away, she screamed through tears. I did it for the HOA. I did everything for the HOA. No one felt sympathy. Some neighbors cheered. Others hugged each other. Her downfall was complete. I didn't stop with Karen. She was the spark. The HOA was the fuel. The county launched a full investigation into the entire board. Illegal fines. Forged signatures. Hidden funds. Selective enforcement. Harassment. Within a month, the entire HOA was dissolved. All board members resigned or faced charges. The neighborhood threw a massive block party, no rules, no restrictions, no power-tripping enforcers. Old neighbors came to Maya with gifts and apologies. We should have spoken up sooner, we didn't know she was this dangerous, we're sorry. Maya forgave them all. Because she was strong. Stronger than I ever realized. 2 months after the trial, Maya's labor began. Not from stress. Not from fear. But from healing. She squeezed my hand in the delivery room. James, tell me she'll be okay. She will. Tell me I'll be okay. You will. Hours passed. Then. A cry. Soft. Fragile. Perfect. Our daughter was born. I held her in my arms, small and warm and real. Maya cried softly. She made it, we made it. I kissed her forehead. You're the strongest woman I know. As I held my daughter to my chest, I swore silently. Nothing will ever hurt you again. Not while I breathe. A month later, I visited the remains of our burned home. Insurance had paid out. Reconstruction was underway. But I needed closure. I stood where Maya had almost died. Where our daughter almost never existed. I looked at the ground, blackened and cracked. This is where she tried to kill you, I whispered. Then I walked away. Because the past was ash. And the future, our family, was alive. On a warm evening, Maya sat on our rebuilt porch, holding our daughter. The sunset painted her skin gold. James, she said, I'm glad she didn't break us. She never could, I said. She rested her head on my shoulder. I want our daughter to grow up safe, loved, free. She will. And no HOA, she added. We laughed. I kissed our baby on the forehead. Welcome home, I whispered to her. Our home. And for the first time in months, everything was peaceful. Everything was right. Justice had been served. And our family, scarred but strong, had won.